Guys, let's all bring it in. All right. Guys, before we start today, Lux was feeling a little under the weather, so I've been asking her for years to teach, and she had no choice. Let's give Maria a hand. She did her very first jiu-jitsu class. All right, come on. We got to get you out of your shell. You're going to be okay today. Come on. Okay. Come on. Got to get views for the YouTube channel, all right, with none other than Maria. All right, so I'm going to be playing my butterfly guard right here with Maria, right? So you're standing. Same technique as we did previously, right? Maria, she's going to step in with a thumb post, right? And she's going to put her foot right here, right? So I'm going to need to clear this hand first, okay? If I don't clear this hand, I can't bring my chest to her knee, all right? So it's going to be too much space. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go shin to shin, and then I'm going to connect myself to make my chest touch her knee. I don't want her knee to go on the floor. My hand's going to go on the floor. I'm going to put my butt right in between her legs, and I'm going to go for my first attack. She's going to take the step back. She's going to block my leg. Yep. I'm going to fall towards that leg, and now I'm going to go into my single leg X guard, right? Guys, in a perfect world, I'll be grabbing low on her heel, and I'll be knocking over. But this time, Maria's going to take her hand. She's going to grab my pinky. She's going to pull it, and she's going to step this leg back. Exactly. So I can't really reach for that leg. So we're going to go over a technique that I saw Tommy Langaker do in the finals of the Nogi Worlds just this last weekend, where he got the gold medal. Okay, he did it on Mike Perez. So what he did was he took out his inside leg. He made his foot like a monkey foot. So you have to curl your toes. And then now he put his toes right onto the hip of his training partner, or his opponent in that case. And now notice Maria's hip. It's facing this direction, right? Her knee and her hip is in the same line. So what he did is he bridged and then rotated the hip outward and to cause the person to fall over. From this position, guys, we can double up on the hip. We can start to adjust and getting lower onto the ankle. As soon as we're low on the ankle in the right spot, my elbow bone is going to go to my hip bone. That's also going to cause a nice bend in her knee. All right, and now slowly I can bridge off of her hip and extend and get a really strong finish. This is really powerful because you're bridging off of their hip. A lot of times, if I'm just like this, Maria can put her hands behind her back and she can start to raise her hips up, and then now, yeah, she can start to come up. So this prevents her from doing that, right? So when I'm here, Maria starts to come up. See, it's going to be very hard for her to come up, and now I can look to finish. It's actually one of her signature moves. All right, so again, once more. So I'm playing my open guard, all right, like this. She does a thumb pull, she steps in, I clear, I go shin on shin, I let this go, and I'm connecting myself to her leg. The first attack that we kind of rushed over is I'm going to put my hand on the floor, I'm going to sweep behind her leg, and this time I'm going to make you fall, Maria, and I'm going to push behind her knee, just like that. And now I can look to come up, and I can look to body lock her, I can look to pass her guard, right? But she's going to defend it, all right? So as I'm here, she's going to step this leg back. I'm going to follow it with the inside of my elbow. I have to have a connection the whole time. I'm going to my single leg X guard, and now I'm looking to grab this. She peels it, she steps back, all right? This is not the sequence that happened in the Langaker fight. This is just what we've been doing in our curriculum, and it fits perfectly with what happened, all right? Now, this foot is going to slightly go down. I'm going to take this leg out, curl my toes, and put it right onto her hip like this. Now, I'm doubling up on her hip. I'm going to bring my hips up and rotate her over. She's going to fall. For sure, I can retract my foot, and then now I can treat it as a basic single leg X sweep, and I can look to come up and get my two. If you're not a specialist of the footlock, do this. But if you're a footlock specialist, this is the perfect time, all right, to start to adjust, bring the elbow in, and bridge and finish off of their hip. All right? Guys, it's dangerous. If I'm in this position here, it's very dangerous if I take this leg out and Maria pushes my feet this way, all right? Because then now she can start to smash, she can start to go down, she can do a lot of different things. So that's why if your foot's like this, if your toes are not glued, it's very easy for it to push it off. So you have to be sticky and you have to do this. So now push my foot off, Maria. It's a little harder, all right? That's going to give me time to bridge and get her down to the floor. Cool? Let's give it a try, guys. This is part one, and then we have a really cool part two right after this. Guys, let's bring it in. All right. Guys, so now we have a really cool part two. So really quickly to talk about some context. Maria, if she has single leg X on me, the likelihood of me passing or countering her in this stage is way greater than in this stage. All right. Here, she has a lot more offense that she can do on me than when I'm standing up. She can do so many different things, going this way, going that way, going underneath my leg, sweeping me different directions, going to my back, etc., right? Especially no-gi. But when we're here, all right, there's going to be a lot of different things that I can start to do, right? I can start to like take this foot off. I can start to back step. I can go on this side. I can run away that side. I can do so many different things. So for me, it's a huge success if I can make my partner take a knee. Guys, bring it in because you can't see anything back there. You're going to miss all the details. So again, having the person take a knee increases my chances of winning that exchange, right? We're going to use it as a sweep. In Tommy Langaker's fight, Mike Perez took a knee. All right, so even though it wasn't a full sweep, it was still like very advantageous for Langaker to get him to retreat like that in that way, right? So we're going to reenact the whole sequence. She does the thumb post. I clear. I go shin to shin. For the bigger grapplers, less mobile grapplers, you can scoot back a little bit, adjust, and then come in. You can definitely do that. Now, guys, look. First position, I make her back up. I'm making her retreat. Step back, Maria. Second position, guys, I'm not going to just fall. Be firm here. I'm not just going to fall like this. No, nothing is going to happen. I need to use this piece of my forearm to push into her knee. Watch this leg, guys. See, it comes up. Once it comes up, now it comes into my pocket. You see that? You have to push, all right? Don't be lax with it. Now, I'm tracing to the outside of her leg, but this time she's going to peel it. She's going to take it away, all right? While this is happening and she's stepping this leg back, I'm putting my hand through as a footlock grip. No longer a shotgun. Initially, I have maybe a shotgun, and then it's going to go into a footlock, right? Now, I'm taking this foot out. I'm putting it on her hip. But as I'm bridging, she takes another step with this leg, all right? Yes, and she's not falling. So I'm going to take this leg out, and either I'm going to do a hooking motion here, or I'm going to do a pushing motion like this. Pop, she falls. From here, I got a few options. Number one, I can slide my butterfly hook, Jason, same as you were doing before. Number two, I can take the foot out, and I can come up and score my two, and then now looks to pass her guard, looks to knee cut, looks to go this way, looks to go whichever way, down the middle with a body lock, etc. Okay? So again, that's going to be the sequence we're going to follow. All right? So she steps in, I clear, shin on shin. First one, she steps back. Second one, she doesn't step back. Now she's going to keep retreating. I'm taking this foot out. I'm trying to bridge, but she's balancing herself. So here, pop, she falls. In the fight, he ended up taking a knee. So let's show that one. All right? So in the fight, as this was here and as Mike Perez was stepping back, as Langaker clipped, yes, exactly, he went to a knee, and then Tommy went to a single leg X. But this is really great because now, look, I can start to reap, I can start to attack her heels, I can do so many different things. That didn't happen in the match. He ended up taking it out. It was only in the first 30 seconds. But then you can now explore different games and different attacks from there. All right? So guys, let's just clean it up. All right? Let's just make sure that in the foundational single leg X, when I'm here, shin on shin, when I'm falling, I'm putting weight on this leg. All right? You don't fall without putting the weight. And this is not enough. All right? And here you're going to get kimura potentially. Elbow inside. As I fall, all the weight goes there. And then now I'm right away here. And then from last week, let's say she doesn't do that. From last week, if I have this is almost 100%. I'm going to knock her down to a hip. And now I can start to, I can footlock her, or I can look to come up and look to pass. Cool? Let's spend 6-7 minutes on this, guys. Then we'll roll right after.